Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
It's the After the Show podcast, precious.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the After the Show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get your skate every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
And everyone, welcome to it, the Tuesday KVJ After the Show podcast. Good day, good day, good day.
Good day.
Good day, sir.
Good day, mister.
Yeah, mister. Got another cloudy day out there, though, I believe. Kind of getting into the wet season. It's starting to look wet.
I love it.
I do too.
The beaches are back open and Mags wants to go and I don't want her to be out of the house.
Oh,
so
God.
Every day it rains is a good day. I'm like, sorry, Mags. I can't bring you to the beach. It's raining.
I love it on a cozy level. I hate it on a Chewy, my dog, level because he don't like the rain. He don't like going out. And it was lightning. I don't know if it was lightning as bad by where y'all were living.
It was.
It was every time I'd look to try to go out, a lightning bolt would.
Where does he pee and poo if it's raining out?
I have to pick my moments. It turns into a long thing.
You should potty train him. I saw this dog on Facebook peeing in the toilet. I was like, that's cool.
I don't think he could do that.
I can't even do that.
Yeah, I can barely do that.
We both go outside.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, so it is, you can start to feel it. It just, this week got really humid again, and it does feel like the rainy season is back, and it looked like it yesterday, but I guess, we're coming off a drought, so we need that.
We're looking down the barrel of June. You believe that?
Yeah,
almost
I guess.
June?
I know. It's crazy. It is kind of weird. We got robbed of spring, and here we are at summertime, basically. That's kind of where it is, but that's the crazy life going on.
Got to get that beach body back.
You ain't kidding, sweet cheeks. It is a struggle. Yesterday was my first day when I said, no sugar. That's it. I'm not doing any sugar.
Okay.
Because I have been just ridiculously cheating. Everybody in my family loves cakes and cookies and ice cream, and I've been riding it with them.
Yesterday was my first big day of really kind of making some changes.
Okay, good for you. What'd you do?
Pizza by 1, whiskey by 5.
Okay.
What?
That's a change?
No, I said making a change like for healthy. Yeah, I was trying to make
Yesterday
some
was? Oh, yesterday you
yesterday
tried.
I was trying to make some changes.
Oh, okay.
I was doing good. Then I had pizza by 1 o'clock.
Oh, you didn't even make it till 1 p.m.?
1:30, 2 p. 2 p.
Okay. I know. Hey, it's a new day, right?
Well, I had to go out to Gardens area. So I had to go to Gardens area because the only place I could get this. When I start to eat healthy, I start eating a certain kind of food. It really helps me get in better shape. And only place that had the food in the area was at Whole Foods in Palm Beach Gardens. So I'm like, I'll go to Palm Beach Gardens. But on my way to Palm Beach Gardens, I go through Lake Park.
And they have Camille's
Pizza, which is my personal favorite.
Yeah, okay.
I like Camille's.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, you don't have to email me and tell me you don't like it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll stop emailing you.
I mean, these fucking people, I swear to God.
Jay Bird, shut the fuck up. We hate Camille's.
Yeah, well, don't go.
Fun emails to write.
Yeah.
I try to do at least 3 a week.
It's good, yeah.
You're a dick.
But you got to bring him in with kind of like a tricky title to make him think it's going to be something he likes. Buffets are great. And he's like, oh, cool. And he starts to read and says, but Camille sucks.
Bigfoot loves pizza. If you put that as your
Yeah.
subject, he'll click on it.
Or titties, titties, titties.
Yeah. Yeah, so another day, another attempt. Yeah, I think everybody's kind of got their own thing. I've got to get a little bit of some body color. I am like a weird, like sickly shade of pale.
Yeah,
That's not very flattering.
that jaundice look is starting to kind of set in with all of us here on the show. I noticed we're all kind of getting that.
You're fat and white. It's not good.
Yeah, no, not good.
It's just,
It's like
Change
that.
on that.
It's like a yellow, like a jaundice yellow.
that's not good.
Well, got some emails to go through here today. Thought this was good. I don't know exactly where this is. I don't know if this is, looks like it's Florida because I see palm trees in it. Hopefully it's very close to that nature preserve that Carol Baskin has, the one who was in Tiger King and all the stories there.
Oh, yeah, she's in Florida.
Yeah, she's near, she's in Tampa.
Right.
Yeah. It says US 19 sign, so I don't know if that's the company that did it or if that's a road that it might be on. But it's a picture of Tony the Tiger that is on the side of this building. Somebody painted it. Says, Carol's husband tasted great. There you go.
Wow, they did a great job on that Tony the Tiger.
Yeah, it looks
That's
amazing.
Awesome.
And it's right there. So I would imagine that's probably on the way to that preserve.
If she has to drive by that every day,
Yeah.
those people are brilliant.
That is pretty good. So,
Old Carol Baskin.
yep. Got an email here from Cheryl about pandemic shit. Over the weekend, I watched the movie Contagion with Matt Damon and Gwyneth Paltrow. The movie scared the shit out of me. I've been very nonchalant about the whole coronavirus thing, but this movie put it into a new perspective. Quite a few things that happened in this movie have happened world over the last few months. It was all too real. I have a new respect for this virus. Have you seen the movie? Your thoughts?
From Contagion?
I want to see Contagion. That's the one I did not see. I watched the shitty one with Dustin Hoffman.
I don't want to watch it because I think it's too real and too scary.
I'll check
Vicious
it out.
V my ass.
I'll check it out. See what it's all about. Yeah, it'd be interesting to know. I mean, I don't think that anybody's going to discredit the power of a pandemic in the future. I know that that's been a story where, some people are trying to urge certain people that, hey, we might need to look into pandemics and take this stuff more seriously. And if one gets to be not only deadly but very contagious, then it could shut down the world, which this last one just pretty much has done. But good news is hopefully they'll have that vaccine soon. I guess that's when everything truly starts to open up. I was kind of hopeful for that herd immunity, but then I was reading an article on that, and they were like, the numbers have to be so ridiculously. Like, you'll see 500,000 global deaths before we get to a point where herd immunity. We're like at 5 or 6%, and you need to get to 70, and they're like, so we're way behind.
And now you're hoping for, you're cheering for death.
Yeah, it's just the numbers, like, you don't even realize how much further we have to go to get. It's not like we're teetering on the verge of herd immunity. We're not even close. So that's not a real reality.
That ain't happening, Sanicki.
No.
All right.
The vaccine is better, and they're moving on to the next round of testing now, and they say it's showing promising results. And if the trials continue going well, the vaccine could potentially be approved by the end of this year. Now, it's going to have to go through 2 more research trials with hundreds of people, and then finally thousands. They can't just do a few. In fact, they said that before they've tried vaccines in small groups, and it looks good. And like, great, we got the vaccine. And then they start trying on more people, and then they start growing horns and, things like, wait, roll that back.
I feel like I could make a horn work because I could decorate it and stuff.
could,
I
yeah.
could accessorize it. If you told me I would have to have, a moderate sized horn below 3 inches.
Coming out of your neck.
Neck. I mean, don't you get them on the top of your head?
Or your forehead.
Not the forehead.
Okay, you get...
Top of the head would be cool because I could wrap hair around it and it could be like a fun.
It don't
cool
work that way. No, because
thing.
that
Yeah, you don't
that's
get to
too
pick your
convenient.
you don't
No.
get to pick your horn.
You have a horn on your forehead, just like that.
A unicorn horn.
Just like a unicorn. Put that on the list of words that annoy me when Virginia says it. Unicorn.
No, I don't want the one on my forehead.
Would you rather have a horn coming out of your forehead like a unicorn or a big ass lizard tail? Everyone sees it. If you
How
put
am I
it,
gonna fit in my pants?
Can't you tuck it in your pants?
you tuck it in your pants, but then it just looks like you have extended ass. See what I'm
That's
saying?
not a good look.
Yeah, so horned head, tailed ass.
Horned head.
No, I'm going tailed ass. I'm gonna tuck it. I'm gonna try to tape it down.
It's lizardy and it leaks. It's like a leaky kind. It's got
You
like
didn't say it leaked.
Sorry, bro. Rules change.
Now I have like a diarrhea tail.
I didn't say that. Those are your words.
That's some messed up.
Yeah, they say a vaccine doesn't merely need to work, it needs to not have side effects that cause more damage than the virus itself.
Like the horns.
Yes.
Which is real.
Right. So you got to wait on that. Yesenia, if you want to play a little Would You Rather, she's drawn up some for us here.
Love it.
Okay, got the options here. Would you rather let out a really long, loud fart after every orgasm or vomit after every one?
The fart might feel extra good. Like you're really.
Yeah, that's satisfying. And it doesn't say you're with anyone. It just says every orgasm. So, yeah, I mean.
Well, hopefully for some of them you're with somebody. If all you're ever doing ever again is just self-satisfying, it's
I'm talking about me. I don't know about you.
Has completely.
He's given up.
I've written it off.
This motherfucker has given
I've just written it
up.
off. So I'm by myself anyway. So, yeah.
He's done.
I'm not going to go with fart.
I'm not going to go with fart because Panda is in the line of fire.
I'm going to go with throw up. It'll show the girl I was working hard at least. I'm like, oh, man, I worked so hard that I threw up.
I think vomit's more gross than a fart, isn't it?
I think it's more, I don't know. God.
If somebody vomited on me, I'd be like, all right,
Not on
again.
them.
Well, here's the thing. I look at the two things. Well, if I was with somebody and they either farted or threw up, first of all, you're throwing up. I think like I'm that gross. It's going to affect my self-esteem. Second of all, I'm grossed out by you throwing up. A lot of germs, a lot of funk, a lot of smell.
I just think
a fart is, to me, a lot easier to deal with.
See, I don't see it that way. To me, vomit means, holy shit, this son of a bitch went full gorilla to the point he's exhausted. It's like he went 12
You're
rounds.
the one having an orgasm.
I know. I threw up. I'm doing the thinking of the woman. She's like, this son of a bitch went full gorilla. He's a little out of shape, but yeah, he went 12 rounds.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take fart. Virginia, what do you think?
Throw up.
You're throwing up too? Okay.
All right, good choice, Virginia. Even though you're kind of being a little bit of a dick.
Okay, let me see here. Another one here. Would you rather greet every kid you meet for the rest of your life with, hey, fucker?
I already knew.
Or do the same thing to every police officer you meet?
Oh, no.
Kid.
You got to go with the kid.
Sorry, kid. You can't go up to no cop. Hey, fucker. You can't do that.
You can't.
Tough. I know it's tough.
I mean, the cops can ruin your life. The kids can't.
But imagine going to, Magnolia's got a school function. Every kid you see.
I can't go.
What's up, fucker? No, you have to go. You got to go. What's up, fucker? Hey, fucker. There's so many kids.
They'd be like, your mom is so crazy.
You'd have to allude that you've snapped. Like go in there with a bottle of vodka or something.
Done.
Yeah, I think I would actually choose the police on that one.
What?
And the way I would play it off is I'd say, look, and I love cops, got friends that are cops, is I'd say, look, these guys are so professional. You could say something that's like that, and they're going to be like, you know what? I love this society that I protect so much that you could be rude or say something like that to me, and I'm just going to be chill. Now I may get tased a lot, and I'll probably get tased by cops more than I will little kids. But yeah, I think I'm choosing police for that because you're right. I can't not ever go to a kid's function again where kids are going to be around. Kids just pop up all over the place. And if I were going there, I'd go, hey, fucker, and parents would be like, what an asshole. Like, I'm going to have to deal with parents yelling at me and they're everywhere I went.
Okay.
I see less cops than I do little kids.
How about this? If I pick the cops, is this a loophole or can I get away with this? Okay, Virginia, you're the police officer. I'm like, hey, fucker, I fucking love these guys. Doing it for everybody. Hey, fucker, I love you guys. Fuck, you're my motherfuckers.
Yeah, and you can swear around a police officer and people are going to be like, as much. If you say the F word in front of little kids, people are going to have problems.
Kevin, I changed my answer. I think I found the loophole.
Yeah. Okay, great debates, though.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Great
Well, we call that
debates.
good writing.
Poignant.
Good writing. Yes, thank you very much for that. Another show recommendation here. Matt D. Fort Pierce said The Last Kingdom on Netflix. There's 4 seasons so far. It's like Game of Thrones minus the dragons and ice zombies. Takes place in England during the 9th century before England was a united country and while Danish kings were raiding the land. It's an excellent show and I highly recommend it. It is on my queue list that I have there on Netflix. The My List thing. I have got so much stuff on that My List that I just haven't gotten to, and a lot of it's in that theme. You know, it's Empire Games and all these other kind of like things. So thank you for that.
You would love it, Virginia. I think you should get into it.
Really?
No, of course you would hate it.
You would hate it.
You would
I'd be
hate
so
it.
mad.
Actually, though, if you were forced to be made to watch Game of Thrones, if someone made you, you would end up really hating it. Yeah, you wouldn't like it still. You still wouldn't like it.
I know it's supposed to be like a drama and it's very like
Well, your whole attitude's wrong about it. Because right in there, you talking about it is supposed to be like this fucking drama with fucking dragons and shit.
It's dragons. It's dirty.
You come in with
violent.
You come in with you come in with a dragon attitude.
I don't like it.
Yeah. Let me see here. We got some other thoughts, comments on what's going on. Got an email from Caitlin. Said, hey, you're talking about the idea of closing down the streets. And I love the idea. But one thing for people with disabilities who can't walk long distances, it would be harder for us. Is there a way for us to have spaces more than one limited to us? That would be awesome. Yeah, I mean, if you're blocking off the street so the restaurants can have social distancing and tables in the streets, yeah, around where you could park, you could definitely designate those to be handicap spots.
I think I read that Clematis is doing it.
Yeah, I would imagine that would be part of it. In fact, I would imagine it would be mandated as part of it, that there's probably zoning things where you have to have so many handicap spots per area for how many people are supposed to be there, and that's how they would readjust. So I would imagine that's probably part of the planning anyway.
I like a street party.
Me too.
Music.
I think they should block off the street permanently.
Food.
No cars, just people.
We're saying that might be the case. At least, through this pandemic, through it opening up, and even time afterwards to let restaurants rebound. And it may be so awesome that people just love that walking. People love to walk and have a drink. And that's where I think, places in Europe will do that more often. I think that we need to do that more often because places where you can, it's amazing. I mean, we should be adult enough that you can walk around with a beer or a wine and, check things out and stroll and all that kind of stuff. It should be that way.
There's an alley behind both sides of Clematis, too. So if you need to have deliveries and you need to have stuff dropped off, do it in the alley. Go in the back entrance of these places, right? Like,
yeah,
having delivery trucks on a street, like, it's just, I don't know, it's not sexy.
Yeah.
I want it to be
it's a no-brainer.
Pedestrians and tables and beautiful plants and make it gorgeous.
Dancing.
People can spread out.
I want to hear street music with street dancing. That's what I kind of like in Italy.
Yeah.
Why does that stop the podcast?
I agree with you.
Okay,
it doesn't. I agree with you. Yeah, I think that having some good live music is always really cool. I'm all right with street dancing. Look at Mallory Square. People love that in Key West where everybody's doing their little,
tricks and stuff.
Yeah, people are tasting wine. There's I don't know.
That's the way Florida should be. And I think everywhere, but definitely Florida. Every town should have that area where you can just drink, walk. And, if you're being an asshole, then you get arrested. But as long as you're being cool, that's just the way it is in life, right? As long as you're being cool, you don't have any problems.
It's nice to be able to walk down the street and not worry about getting hit by a car.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it.
It's tough to dance in those conditions.
Yeah, if you think a car's coming, it's hard to get your jig on.
I think about every town that I love that has that stuff, and they have that area. I look at if you go Market Square, Savannah. That's a cool little area. They shut down the streets. They got smart, and it's a great place to walk and drink and all that stuff.
They have dancing?
Yeah, if you decide to dance.
Bourbon Street and Royal Street. They block off those.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's a smart move.
In the French Quarter.
That's the way it should be done.
I know there's dancing there. We call that humping.
Got a question here. Ashley from Vero said you've mentioned it a couple times that you've gotten sued about 5 times. What happened? What was the outcome?
I'm just
Are you even
making
able
jokes.
to talk about it? Just curious. Yeah, I mean, there's stuff where we've had people that have said that they would take legal action if they didn't get the resolution they like. So that kind of stuff happens. But
We
as far
settled
as,
that at court.
There's one I don't even think we can talk about because it was recent.
There's a few settlements.
Well, there's stuff too where they'll just say that, saying that, hey, you made something and you got to take it down or remove it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, or else we'll proceed with legal action. And a lot of times it's just hot air, and then you just look at your own position and say, okay, is it worth it?
Can we afford a lawyer? No.
Yeah.
So no, it's
that's
not worth it.
I'll be
Yeah.
your bitch. I'll do whatever you say.
One time, the only time I really know that anything really stuck was, one time we'd had an event and somebody twisted an ankle or something there and sued and got some money for that. But, for the most part, they'll threaten.
We've had a lot of threats.
Mm-hmm.
I was making a joke.
Cesar from Green Acres said, hey, what's going on with the KVJ hate song? Have you all finally won the entire world over and have no use for the hate song anymore? If so, congrats on being the greatest talk radio in the world. No, I mean, we still got haters, and they rip on us like crazy, but it's just things are already toxic enough right now with Karens running around that we thought, okay, we could...
Let's keep it light and fluffy.
Yeah, let's back off some of the toxicity for a little while.
Oh, there's plenty of hate out there.
Yeah, it just felt like it's a little much. So we want to go a little bit lighter on that kind of stuff.
What about the KVJ like song?
You
Boy,
like us, you like us, you like us.
You guys are so great, so awesome. How terrible would that be? You know?
What a terrible bit that would be.
Yeah. So that pretty much would be what that is. So that's what it is. No, we still get them. And then, if the environment and our society gets back to normal a little bit and people can have fun with it, and I'd be like, ugh, more negativity. Ugh, can't take it. Then we'll do that. And yeah, unfortunately, there's just a lot of crap out there. A lot of crap.
I mean, a lot of it can be eliminated for you if you do stay off social media. I'm not saying you're going to eliminate all negativity from your life, but if you stop reading a lot of it, it can help. Mm-hmm. I think you can get down that rabbit hole sometimes. Are you reading everything?
Yeah, that's one of the things that they recommend is that people need to just unplug. Get away from it.
Well, you're good if you scroll down your Facebook or your Twitter. If you want to find a fight, it's going to be there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I tell you right now, I've gotten to the point where I'm bringing in less of the articles. I'm still reading stuff on it, but I've never seen a time, and this is with everything, where there is more unreliable. And I get it; they're trying to figure out a pandemic, but my gosh, man. The freaking news and the numbers and the stats and the stories and the opinions and everything else. What a terrible time for trying to make a responsible decision on anything you do based on the crap they're serving up.
It
It's
is
terrible.
tricky. And you can't trust even the
Nothing.
places you thought you could trust.
Nothing. I
Like-
don't trust anything.
They're just saying Georgia's lying about their numbers. Like, the state is putting out inaccurate numbers.
But then someone wanted to know, well, who's putting that out about Georgia lying?
I agree. You don't know who's telling the truth because everybody's screaming, and they're screaming the opposite thing.
Well, and in Florida here, the woman who designed the dashboard they're using for the COVID numbers said that they told her to doctor those numbers so it looked better, and she refused, and she was fired, and they are now in the process of saying, do you guys have a response? And so that's where that story is, and I'll keep an eye on that to be like, okay, what?
Oh, they're going to off her. She's going to end up dead.
Yeah.
I don't think Georgia's big on guns.
This is Florida.
I'm kidding. Oh yeah, okay. Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, Florida loves them too. You're right.
You're right.
Either one.
I don't know.
So yeah, it's just...
It's a twisted, crazy, scary world.
It is. It is all crazy. Yeah, boy, that Georgia story has gotten crazier too. That family, oh my gosh.
What do you mean?
The sister has gotten into the mix now. If you've been following the Ahmaud Arbery story that was happening there,
Yes.
she is just, I don't know why now. I mean, she just needs to shut up. She is not making it easier on, her brother and her dad. She actually took photos of Ahmaud and posted them on Snapchat of him dead.
What?
Yeah, and her response was why she did it. She's a true crime fan, and people are just attacking her like crazy right now.
Crime fan?
That was her response. Yeah, yesterday I saw her mention where she's like, "Oh, my dad and brother aren't racist. I haven't had a white boyfriend since 2019 or 17 or something like that, and they loved all of them, and so they're not racist and blah blah blah." And it's just, yeah, especially after this came out today. Yeah, it just started to break during the show, and I just checked out the story, and I'm like, oh my goodness, yeah, it's as ugly as you would imagine. So yeah, it's all taking a whole different spin. So yeah, that's why you got to find some way to unplug, because you're just like pinging and ponging back and forth between nasty and nastier.
Well, if you're just reading depressing shit, it'll fuck you up. I know I'm mansplaining depression here, but
it's good to inform, but then after you're like going, okay, I got enough, you gotta tap out. You gotta be like, okay, I think that's why I just give me enough so I'm like, I kind of understand what's happening in the world, great, and then I'm gonna bounce.
well, I feel like it can put you in a bad mood, and you don't realize why you're in a bad mood because you think you can handle all that stuff, but subconsciously, I think it can fuck with you.
Well, it is. It's we had that story yesterday, believe it or not. Some person who does exorcism said, this is a great time for demons because they thrive on negative energy. And I remember even in the movie Ghostbusters, remember that? That was, I think, the premise of Ghostbusters 2 was the spirits were just feeding off of the negative energy in New York City. And it wasn't until they had the hokey concept of New Yorkers coming together in love, peace, and harmony and singing together that they were able to, with their love and unity, kill the evil spirits.
Oh, crazy timing.
Well, that was Ghostbusters 2, the premise of that.
Yeah, pretty shitty premise.
It was pretty awful.
That's a shitty premise.
It was pretty terrible. So, yeah, there are some people that believe that. But, yeah, that's just what it is. Because after a while, you're just like, okay, I've had enough toxic.
You still meditating at all or trying to? Have you kind of punted on that?
I don't do it as much, but I am always mindful of, where I am mentally and things like that, and try to stay out of angry states, try to stay out of, toxic type of stories and things like that and associations. And so.
It's something you got to, it's work for some people. You got to stay on top of it for it to work for you.
I do shorter breathing type things to kind of like center yourself. And yeah, just some of the mental exercises. I kind of do the brief abbreviated versions of it now. I just can't find time. I cannot get alone now that my family is home. I can't. And then if I'm alone, if I go alone, they think I'm doing something devious. What are you doing in there? Oh, yeah. Like,
meditating? Masturbating?
Right. So it's like now I just, me, I'm an only child. I love solitude. I'm raised on it. I'm not used to having somebody up my ass 24/7.
Do you know who loves solitude, though? Masturbators.
Yeah.
I know, right?
And you are the guy that got hacked because they have a video of you tugging it. And your daughter and your wife both know.
Yeah, so I can't get anywhere, and it's always so loud. There's just always some kind of chaos that's happening at my house. Everything's just so loud and rambunctious that, yeah, good luck trying to meditate anywhere.
I hear you.
Yeah. So I would love to.
When I actually do it, and I do it for a while, I can see such great benefits, and then I just stop doing it. Why? Why would I stop doing that?
Well, you know what? Everything has to become like a pattern. And my wife makes fun of it. She's like, that's so ridiculous. Everything I do is time blocking. So it has a time, but it comes up and she's like, oh, it's time for you to go meditate. And she's like, that's so stupid.
You're getting razzed about being peaceful.
Yeah. She's like, that's so dumb. And I'm like, yeah, but if I don't do it, like you need to have those things to be like, okay, you set a schedule. Otherwise you're just like, yeah, why did I stop doing that?
You're trying to meditate and she's rattling you before you go and
you wimp.
Right.
Suck it up.
Or like will come up, it's like, it's time to do your Spanish lesson. She's like, you don't even know any Spanish. That's so dumb.
Hey, why don't you meditate, you pussy?
You're never going to use Spanish.
That's so stupid.
We're going to be locked up forever.
I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of bummed out going into meditation, hearing someone how stupid it was.
Yeah, that's so dumb.
Yeah, I can see why you broke meditation practices.
Yeah. Just need to go to marijuana. Then he's got it right.
There you go.
I saw this today. This is a great positive story. It says marijuana could actually help prevent the coronavirus.
Oh, who wrote that bullshit article?
Agenda much?
Yeah.
Researchers looked at 400 strains of marijuana and found at least 13 strains that could be helpful in blocking COVID-19 from infecting the mouth, intestines, and lungs. They say these strains would have to be used via CBD oils and not smoked. If effective, these CBD oils could be used to produce products like mouthwash, inhalants, or gel caps, which could all be taken at home. How about that? Cure to the coronavirus? Weed.
A very hopeful article written by High Times.
Gosh,
Yeah,
that is
right.
so weed hopeful.
Says the American Marijuana Growers Association.
Yeah, where did that article come from?
You don't know
No.
where any of this comes from, and even if you try to research, like they hide things.
Is that a blog? Like, what is that?
Right? You don't know who's writing that or what their agenda is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. So interesting stuff. Some of the comments in the chat room. Turn to that. Chris H. said, yeah, fasting helps me to stay centered and working out.
I can see that.
That is a time schedule type thing.
Fasting makes me want to strangle people.
But I think all that fasting stuff and meditating and what he's talking about, I think once you get into that groove, I think that's when you really see the benefits, and it's probably hard to break at that point.
Yeah, I think that's it. Is you want to establish, just good habits. You can have good or bad habits, and so you try to have, more good than you do bad, and you just have to get into that groove.
Because have you ever tried to meditate with like 3 bowls of spaghetti in your belly? You're like, I can't even sit. I feel how fat I am.
I don't think I've ever eaten 3 bowls of spaghetti.
You ain't doing it right, DeQuesta. You just ain't doing it right.
So yeah, that's tough. I try to do that, but there's a lot of days where I'm just you get a little too hungry, and I'm like, I gotta have something.
I hear you, man.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that today. Bad bird. No pizza today. No.
Well, you got some pie left from yesterday. You got a whole large, right?
I don't know pizza left from yesterday. What, pizza left over from yesterday.
You ate the whole thing?
It's not. I mean, honestly, yeah. To me, a Camille's pizza isn't. You could eat a whole one. No, you couldn't.
I couldn't.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, Virginia. I like pizza.
He does. You got your thing.
Yeah, stop judging me.
Pizza's great.
I don't judge you when you eat 3 bags of that bullshit crustaceans.
What?
The shrimp?
Yeah, you do. You bitch about it.
You're right, I do.
Okay, never mind.
Never mind. I'm a dick.
It's a room of judgment.
Got a lot of it. Oh, there you go. If you got anything that you want to ever add into the mix, you can. You can also text to 877-979-WRMF. I thought it was kind of interesting because we were talking at the end of the show about Michael Jordan, and somebody had said, he opened up that golf course because the medalist was too stuffy. And somebody said that apparently the golf cart that he has his own golf cart. It's got a sound system on it, and he kept throwing cigars on the greens, and they got upset with him. And so he said, screw it. So he opened up his own golf course that's invite only. It'd be cool to just check that thing out.
I wonder if he still throws cigars on his course now that he owns it.
Right, I wonder that too.
Good question.
That will be telling.
Yeah.
Couldn't you get an ashtray on your fancy-ass golf course?
You'd think you'd at least want to do that, wouldn't you?
If you're the guy throwing that on the golf course and burning the grass, that ain't a good look.
I know people love cigars, but man, they are such a bully-type hobby.
I love the way they smell, but yeah, you don't want to see them in the grass like butt burning the grass.
Do we still have that cigar place where we live at, Kev? I remember I walked up one time, and there was, I'm not kidding you, about 53 of the fattest guys just smoking cigars.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like
I saw that one
fucking
time.
Fire.
They used to have
Fat guy convention.
It was all these fat guys talking so loud.
They would
yelling.
they had like a club or something like that, and they would just sit there in the whole kind of like courtyard, and they have a fountain there. It's by the Publix on Village. And I was there one time just fascinated watching them because a lot of these guys, they weren't even socializing. They were just sitting in the midst of other guys by themselves smoking a stogie. And I'm like, why would you come to a social event, not socialize, just to sit there and get an extra cigar? I don't know. It was very interesting to me. It was
what
fascinating.
I saw was them they looked angry, they were sweaty, and there must have been 40. They all had the same mustache. It was weird. It was like they cloned them out of some cigar movie.
There was definitely a type. Yeah. Half of them looked like you got them off the cast of The Sopranos. Yeah. Most of them were named Fat Tony.
It caught your attention.
Yeah. I don't think that place is there anymore.
I don't think it is.
Yeah.
Gosh, I can't even remember.
I haven't smelled a cigar there walking by for a while. So, all right. Well, thank you for all the comments, the emails, all that good stuff, and for dialing in the KVJ show. You can always get them to us, mail at kvjshow.com. You guys enjoy your Tuesday and your stogies. Talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.